In my opinion, I feel like it's better to create more often than to spend so much time trying to create one masterpiece. I honestly think the more you create, the better you get. If you focus on one thing for too long, the creative spark behind it dwindles away. There's not that charge it had when you initially got into it. Kind of feel like going for a little bit of a walk. I was feeling a bit under the weather, so I wanted to get out and get some fresh air. I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that I don't get too sick. Apologies for the wind. I feel as though there's so many lessons to learn and so many creative muscles to build by having that repetition. I'm always battling with the idea of either putting a month or two into a piece of content or to just stay consistent, put, a couple videos out a week and keep that creative flow going. I'm always battling between the two. I'll be honest, I think that roots from comparison. What works for my creativity and my creative flow may not work for you, and the same goes for the people that we compare ourselves to. That's kind of the beauty of creating. You end up learning so much about yourself. The most important thing to me is I want to make sure that I'm enjoying the entire creative process, because that's where I'm going to make the work that I'm happiest with. Look at all of these shells. So many. I think the beach might be a little bit too windy to film that. That was so stupid. Trying to find a spot to hide from the wind. I know for me, I'd much rather make little improvements every video than to spend an entire year trying to perfect a video. That would just do my head in. It gives me a headache even trying to think about doing that. And besides, I think if you spent an entire year making content consistently, you would end up making something better than you would have if you just spent an entire year. Sorry, these waves are probably really loud. You would end up making something better than you would have if you spent an entire year working on one video or one project. At least that's what I think. It's a pelican. Love how these look on camera. It just looks so, what's the word? Picturesque? Photogenic? I don't know. It just looks good. I want to know your guys' thoughts with creating more often. Does that same thing apply to you? Do you resonate? Or do you feel like you create better content when you take more time on a project? I guess there's kind of a fine line because you can just put out a bunch of crappy content and not get better. So if you're doing that, I mean, you're better off, taking some time on a project. I feel like I should be holding Simba over this cliff. So the reason I make this video today is because I did start making a video that took a bit more time and I watched my creativity dwindle. And I'm still working on this video, but I found that in order for me to continue making this video that's taking me longer, I need to create content in between so I don't lose my creative flow, that creative juice. So all in all, I believe you can take time on projects, but I feel like it's important to continue to exercise that creativity in between those long projects. Hopefully I got my point across. I didn't really script this video or anything. I just was kind of sharing my thoughts on this topic. There's for sure some huge snake probably amongst all of this. I'm in Australia, so there's some kind of crazy creature in all this shrub. So I should probably move. To all of my friends that are out there that are into filmmaking, got a confession, but I think I will save that for the next video.